Hello. I would like to start by saying how wonderful it is to see people in person after such a long period of time interacting remotely with video conferencing platforms. I'm sure we're all a little rusty to get back into the swing of things. What we'll be going through today is the rise of research technology by giving a little bit of history of Lucid and going where we're going as an industry as a whole. So Lucid is an 11-year-old business and we're headquartered in New Orleans, and we have a growing workforce of over 400 employees. Like everyone in 2020, we were faced with significant, unprecedented challenges, but we also witnessed a lot of growth across our business and achieved amazing results, one of which of those milestones was exceeding over $100 million in revenue. So it's both our story, but the story of our industry as we know it. So our company is powered by a programmatic marketplace and works very much like a DSP. It's a platform that connects people with questions to those people that have the answers. So that allows anyone to understand thoughts, feelings, or sentiments of their target customers. We make this possible through technology, which allows buyers and sellers to do business with our ecosystem. And they can therefore efficiently gain increased accuracy, and enables both sides of them to streamline their business decision-making process. So on the buy side, our clients, typically those that have questions, will build surveys in platforms like Qualtrics or Decipher, and we help them engage with users that they need to survey. So the marketplace consists of millions of respondents, and we typically see over 2 million respondents passing through our platform every single day. They're ready to supply their opinions to consultancies, agencies, pollsters, or really anyone with a question that needs answering. Then on the supply side, consists of traditional panels, reward networks, anyone that's willing to supply their answer online could potentially be a supplier into our marketplace. So this concept of marketplaces is nothing really new. If you think about companies like Airbnb or Facebook, they don't own any content, they're simply providing the pipes to connect those people to the assets they're trying to access. So in ad tech, we used to see ads trafficked with a series of phone calls, countless emails, finally moving towards programmatic placements, doing the required thinking. So we've seen exactly the same thing on the side of research technology. So we've seen the rise of marketplaces and their impact. This drives innovation and change, and this redefines the sectors as a whole. So we took those same principles of programmatic connections and we applied them to research. And in doing so, we've unified hundreds of buyers and sellers of sample together in one place. And they can openly and transparently work together. So now we represent the largest pool of respondents in the market, and we really see ourselves as the pipes that connect those two people and power the insights industry. So, research is nothing new. It's been conducted for a long time, but there's something happening out there. At Lucid, we're seeing a shift in the type of companies that require insight. It's not just the big blue chip companies, but smaller businesses and startups, essentially those that never had the resources or budget to conduct research in the past. So this really powers the vision of Lucid, that we want to empower all of those to have access to these insights. We're aiming to democratize access to insights through our platform. Which brings us to the topic of our discussion today, and probably the first time that many of you heard these two words together. So we define research technology, or ResTech for short, as a technology that enables and amplifies online research across the globe through programmatic connections. Connections in digital marketplaces. This may sound familiar in advertising technology or ad techs that operates in a very similar fashion. And there have been very significant successes in this industry. These are a few of the headlines that have been created by our industry. Each of these businesses operate in very different areas of the ResTech space, from sample supply, programmatic marketplaces, to experience management or managed services. But our technology is beginning to see the utility beyond the traditional market research home. So the industry understands how technology can drive innovation and create cost efficiencies, because it's all it has done. Certainly for Lucid, it's the solid foundation of technology that we've built our business on that has brought us to this point. So through the evolution of research, so starting with focus groups, moving to phone surveys, to clipboards on the high street, and then moving on to online, that has given people the ability to gain more insights at a lower cost, and that's been the ultimate goal. It's not just cost, but it's the speed or reach or control over the research, gaining efficiencies that also come into play. So during 2020, a simple answer to a question became more and more important. Yes, after the first lockdown, we were all walking on more unstable ground for our industry and the industries that we serve. But during 2020, inside and outside of Lucid, we began to see a huge adoption to technology at a much, much faster pace than we'd ever seen before. So all of those clients who were quick to adopt, and they continue to reap the rewards of the benefits of using technology in 2021. So this digital enablement allows companies to adapt by asking questions and answers, and it's this that will set the competitors apart. Those who play in this space will ultimately win. So whilst there's light at the end of the tunnel, and 2021 is looking more and more positive, the future remains uncertain. With an evolving market landscape, and organisations of all shapes and sizes recognise the value in being able to identify and instantly engage with customers, quickly understanding the changing customer environment and their sentiments to make informed decisions and at speed. So the best way to enable success is to know and understand the needs of your target audience over time, by being able to bring them into the metaphorical room at every crucial stage of the processes. This will allow for more precise product. Your solutions and the target audience's needs will be completely aligned, because this should always be on parallel tracks. So what used to take a month can now take a week, a day, or even just hours. This creates an opportunity for iteration and bringing the customer into the conversation in ways that just simply did not exist before. But success for ResTech is clearly defined. We must bring market research from the mountaintop down to every business in need of strategies, learnings, perspectives, insights, or simply answers, ultimately changing the landscape for every industry. When every business can leverage the insights of their actual target audience more affordably, a more perfect world is created for the consumer. It can enable the voice of the customer to be the driver of change for those businesses. So we know that we're not the only company in this space. And to better understand our industry and the major players here at Lucid, we created the ResTech scape. This is the second iteration, but represents the best look of those that populate and propel this industry, many of whom are here and present today. As ResTech evolves, as too will this landscape, and this idea will remain the same, to shine a light on the excellent work being done and to demonstrate the many companies that are making changes within this space. When ResTech is able to broaden access to every business in need of insights, we'll elevate our industry. Research will not simply be a checkbox, a tick at the beginning or conclusion of an initiative. It's a key cog in the machinery of every business decision and a powerful resource that must be consulted. But the elevation will not only affect ResTech, but it will elevate the voice of the consumer to heights that's never been allowed, bringing the consumer into these key moments and empowering more powerful business decisions. So, thank you for listening, and please make sure you're part of the conversation. You can get involved in ResTech and social media. The ResTech scape that I showed earlier is available on our website. And our CEO, Patrick Comer, also hosts a podcast called Through Your Looking Glass, which also explores ResTech with other leaders in the same space.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've got a few questions coming in here. I mean, I thought it was fascinating. I had never heard of ResTech, so it's good for me. A question here from Stephen asks, you say you're democratizing the access to research, but what really is the benefit to a very small business, and can they actually afford it? So I guess how low can you go, as it were?
We hear from startups on a daily basis looking to launch, very small businesses, food trucks even. They're looking to look at what's going to be the best place for me to put my food truck. They'll be looking to come to Lucid, speak to consumers that live in that area where he's looking to put his food truck, and we can provide access to the consumers that would live in that area, and they can provide insight into where the best place would be.
And one for me, because I was quite fascinated, but where does your supply come from? Is it the big research companies bringing their panels to you? Or is it consumers? Or where does it all come from?
We have a whole range of suppliers. We're quite transparent in that sense. So you can go to our website, luc.id/quality, and you can see all of the suppliers that are plugged into our marketplace. So you can see exactly who they are. That's a common question that people get. Well, who are these people who want to take part in these surveys? So we work with over 250 suppliers in over 110 markets that have pools of respondents, and they want to monetize their opinions. So they plug into the Lucid marketplace, and then we connect with the buyers who want to ask those questions.
One here from Samantha, who says, what does this do to the traditional research industry? I guess she means how will this disrupt it? We're still going to have the big research companies.
So how is it disrupt?
How will it disrupt the traditional research market? So the big research companies we all know and love.
It's the speed and cost at which you can run the research. So we can gain answers within hours. We've run some polls in the lead up to some of the Euros, for example, just to get some fun insights of where do you plan to watch the match. You're going to watch it at a pub with friends, be at home, and we can get those answers in the space of about half an hour to an hour. We'd instantly get 300 responses to those surveys.
Fantastic. Well, that's it. So thank you so much. Really interesting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you.